Hello, we are starting lesson 17 in the Face Down series. And this week we're doing an intro to submission to authorities. I spoke on that this past Wednesday night, but this is really kind of an introduction. Again, there'll be some kids that weren't there on Wednesday night, there'll be some kids that were, and either way, that's okay. But what the objective of our lesson is today is to see that governing authorities are instituted by God and to trust God with them. Um, Pretty difficult, even for adults, to do this all the time. And we've got, as we look at the hook portion, we've got two different scenarios for you to go over, and you can choose whichever one, or you can choose both of them if you'd like. But whichever one of these you think would be best suited to your classroom. I'm just going to read over number one. It says, your dad has been called for jury duty, and if selected, he may be sequestered for an extended period of time. If he serves on a jury, his employer will not pay him, and this will be a great hardship to your family. The temptation is to try to get out of serving in some way. What would you encourage your dad to do? Um, this one is tough because it means putting a whole family in risk. And it'd be really interesting just to see where the students land on this one, because I'm sure there'll be students on both sides of the issue. There may even be some of you on both sides of this issue. What should you do in this scenario if it means a detriment to your family, but yet you have been called to serve by the governing authorities? I know that there are a lot of people that will do just about anything they can to get out of jury duty. I also know other people that they believe it is their privilege and responsibility as a citizen to to serve on a jury and enjoy the whole process. It adds a whole different degree of tension whenever you say my family's going to be put in jeopardy. So, which governing authority there do you listen to? Do you listen to the governing authorities of of the government that has called you to serve, or do you take your responsibility as the authority in your home over that? So those are some things you're going to debate. I'm not going to give you any kind of answer where I want you to come down there. I think you look at the scripture and you debate that and let the students debate that. That allows you to get into this study and have them engaged in it. So the second one is there is much talk in our country about politics. No matter who is in the presidency in a given year, there's much controversy and criticism of the president. How would you handle a discussion where others are criticizing the president or any other elected officials? Um, there's been a lot of discussion about presidency because we're getting ready to come up to the primaries this year, and even Brother Spencer has been putting things on his Facebook posts about um, Newt Gingrich and Obama and stuff like that. So the discussion is beginning to um, get wound up for who would you vote for one way or another based, and why would you vote for them um, based on morals or their ability to run the country or all of these things. And you know what? It down to brass tacks, it doesn't matter who gets elected because God is the one that puts kings in authority and rulers in authority. And so I'm not saying that our votes don't count. All I'm saying is that it doesn't matter who gets in there. We still have a responsibility to uphold them not only in prayer but with our respect and submit to them as the governing authority. So I don't think it's any secret. I don't line up with all of Obama's um, policies or all of his um, ethics and morality, but I still have a responsibility to not disrespect him um, in front of our students, in front of my kids. That's difficult because whenever you don't line up with their ethics or morality, it's real easy to criticize. So, talk through this with the students and get them engaged in that conversation, especially um, the senior high. Junior high is going to have a little bit less. Um, probably interest in that side of it. The other one might be a better option for them. But for sure, the senior high needs to be involved in this discussion because it's not going to be too many more years before they are going to be voting. If so, some of them are already eligible to vote. Um, also, we need to make sure that they understand um, respect for the presidency and the fact that they're very idealistic at this age. And by listening to the rhetoric, can become very, very negative and be very vocal in their negativity because they are so idealistic. They want to make their opinion known to everybody because they think they're right no matter what. And so, at any rate, I think either one of these are going to be a really great option to engage your students with, and use it before you're going into this discussion because it's abstract enough that maybe it's you can get involved in it, and then you can sink your teeth in with the scripture. So, anyway, that's the hook portion this week.